You ever have one of those days where you're like, everything is going sideways, your computer's not working, the programs that normally work for you aren't working for you, and your computer decides to do an update while you're in the middle of a project? Yeah, it's one of those days. Hey friends, Jen here from oxijenmindbody, coach of over 27 years, and I simply share some habit hacks, but I want to share this idea too when we're making change and things aren't going our way, like frustration comes up, right? I was getting a little bit frustrated, so I decided to take a step away from the computer, like many of you, and hopefully you are, I know a lot of people have off today, are enjoying the day off. So what do? I decide to go for a walk like I always do. I have my 2 dogs, we're walking, and fellow pet owners, has this ever happened? You see a woman walking down the street with a big dog and her dog is way ahead of her, and then she sees you and she's holding onto her leash with dear life, trying to control her dog. Yeah, that happened today. And as I'm walking by her to her dog and a friend of hers dog, my 2 start to get a little wild, and long story short, I fall. So I'm out, I'm frustrated with my computer. This dog is clearly agitated and caused my dogs to get clearly agitated. And so now I'm like, why, right? You ever have that day you're like, I just want to give up? If you're in that moment and you're feeling frustrated and overwhelmed, here's a few things that could be happening. Number 1, we are all in holiday mode. What does that mean? There's a lot of extra parties, extra food, extra things we don't normally eat and drink, lack of sleep, more people. And so our nervous system gets like fried a little bit. And in doing that, the littlest things could cause us aggravation or irritation. And if you're in that moment, here's what I suggest. Take a breather. Rest is so necessary. I'm seeing a lot of people get sick right now because of all the extra, and they're not able to enjoy the time of year that it's about celebrating. So today's habit hack is, hi, thanks for joining, is a few things. Number 1, if you're like me and everything's going sideways, it's a message from the universe that you're being redirected at the moment. So it's not a reason to give up. It's not a reason to stop. It's not a reason to say, I am done creating my business, or I'm not going to work out anymore, or I eat bad, I'm just going to eat bad the rest of the weekend. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying take a moment to reset, to regroup. That's number 1 tip for this habit hack today. The second thing is, like, just realize you're being redirected. Instead of fighting against what's happening in life, if our computer's not working, I can't even talk, our computer's not working, or you're out and there's other people walking their dogs and there's chaos, like, just take a moment to unplug from everything that's going on in your life. Take a moment to, maybe it's just making a cup of tea and spending 5 minutes with yourself. Maybe it's today's the day you're going to start meditating, which, if you've never done it, all it is sitting with your breath. That's it. Whatever you need to do, your body is always reminding you of what is needed. So if you feel, I call it a charge, like I was like getting a little charged because I was getting aggravated because my program wasn't working. So I went for a walk, and in the walk I got a little charged again when this woman was walking her dogs and my dogs went crazy. So there's this, when we get these constant charges, what I like to call, where there's like irritations, they can stack and stack and stack, and that's when people go crazy and they scream, right? But it's a reminder, when you get that charge, it's a reminder that you either need a break, you need something. Your body's saying, hey, there's something going on that I'm not really liking. That's it. Just take a moment and have awareness, like, oh, something is happening in my life right now that is causing me aggravation. Do I need more sleep? Do I need more water? Am I not eating the best things for myself? Just have that conversation, have that awareness instead of beating ourselves up. We have this tendency to beat ourselves up, and that's not what life's about. If you take anything from this habit hack today, number 1, listen to your body. When you get that charge, you can feel it in your heart. Maybe your breath is going faster, or maybe you lose your breath. That's an indication that something is happening that requires your attention. Today's habit hack like all of them, are really just having an awareness and making shifts in our lives. These habits aren't crazy. I'm not asking you to do like 7 hours of aerobics and eat 500 calories to live a good life. If anything, that's not what we're doing. Today is just having awareness when you're being charged in life and noticing what you can do to reset your battery, especially this time of year when we are constantly going out and it's just, there's a lot. So you have to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Take care of your health and take care of your happiness. And that is one habit at a time. That's it. If you are finding value, if you could do me a big favor and just share these. They're simple habit hacks that have made a huge shift in my life and my clients' life and a lot of my friends and families. And if we can share this with the world and somebody makes one change, that could be the change that sets their day from being really good to really bad. It's just one habit at a time. It's one thought at a time. It's one choice at a time. And we get to choose over and over and over again, minute by minute. It's not all or nothing. It's in this moment. So what can you do in this moment to make yourself feel better? If you're overwhelmed, if you're not feeling good, if you're being charged by something, just have a conversation with yourself. What do you need? And then go do it. All right, till tomorrow, have a good one.